Hey everybody, it's James here from the Sawyer Family Reviews channel, bringing you another DC Collectibles animated style review. This time around, we're taking a look at the 2-pack of Demon Etrigan and Klarion the Witch Boy. Let's check them out. As always, we start things off with a look at the packaging first. Etrigan and Klarion are from the New Batman Adventures, so we've got the blue highlighting down below, New Batman Adventures logo, your package figures here, New Batman Adventures logo there, Etrigan and Klarion, sculpted by Irene Matar. New Batman Adventures logo again. We've got the flip-flop of coloring on the back, and there we go. Let's get them out of there and check them out. Okay, we've got Etrigan and Klarion out of the box now. First things first, here's the included mini poster deal. It's half Batman Animated and half New Batman Adventures. The back shows a bunch of releases from the line. We're on this row currently, number 26, Etrigan and Klarion, and they are from the episode The Demon Within, which is the only episode that they appear in. Next up are the stands. We've got Klarion's here. As you can see, it's not really turnarounds, it's the same drawing twice with highlights. Neither of these are in the style guide, so I can't show you that. And then we've got Etrigan, same deal. It's not really a turnaround. It's just one shot of Etrigan. The Klarion stand is a bit shorter and has the prongs that extend out, whereas Demon's only has the clips. That's because the cape behind him would prevent these push-out clip things from really functioning. Extra hands. We'll start with Demon Etrigan's. We've got a pair of gripping hands, and we've got a pair of open hands. The thing I really like about these hands is they've got the Kirby nails. You can see it on here. These sort of squared off fingernails that Jack Kirby was well known for. And then we've got a set of two sets of hands for Klarion. We've got a set of gripping hands, and we've got a set of open hands. The gripping hands are good for holding the brand from the episode, Morgan Le Fay's branding iron with the M on the end, essential to the episode. Black paint app, gray paint app. The last accessory is Klarion's cat, which is Tickle. And Tickle is actually really well painted and articulated and sculpted. He's got articulation ball joint at the head. We've got swivel shoulders, swivel hips, front hips, swivel back hips, and then a ball jointed tail. So Tickle is really nice. They seem to get the cats really well done in this line. This line has 3 cats in it, I think. We've got Isis from New Batman Adventures, Isis from Batman Animated, and Tickle. Pretty cool. Okay, the figures themselves, their heights. Let's get this guy out here. Klarion stands at the top of his head at about 4 3/4 inches, whereas Etrigan to the top of his head is right at about 6.5 inches. So let's bring in New Batman Adventures Batman so we can see what all 3 of them look like together. Scales well. They look good together. Demon is appropriately large. Articulation. Well, first of all, let me talk about the sculpt, because there is some gripes I have about the articulation. I think that the sculpt on Klarion is really great. I love the head sculpt. The body sculpt is well done. Everything about him is really well done. Demon, I have a little bit of a problem with. So I think that the body is well done. The proportions are good for Demon Etrigan, but there's something off about this face sculpt. It's almost like it's too round and not squared off enough, and maybe the eyes are too large. And that could be where the black and the red are going together and kind of blending for me, but there's just something a little off about the head. I really like the figure, but there is something off about that head sculpt to me. Articulation. Let's talk about Klarion here first. We've got swivels where the boot meets the leg. We've got a single hinge on the knee. We've got hips that rotate up to there. They're kind of blocked by his coat thing. They only go back to there. They do hinge out, but not very far. We've got rotation at the waist, rotation at the wrist, where they plug in. We've got rotation at the elbow that also hinges. Then we've got shoulders that will hinge out to there, pretty far. And then rotation all the way around, very tight. Oh man, that's really tight. They do rotate around. They're a little bit hindered by this coat piece, though. So you have to kind of swing them out as you go. And then we've got a ball-jointed head. They can hit up to there, swivel all around. He's well articulated for a smaller character. Sorry about the jump there. I wasn't sure if I was fully on camera, so I wanted to show you his neck articulation again. I'm going to start at the top and kind of work my way down on Etrigan, just because there's a gripe down here for me. So he's got a ball-jointed head that can kick up to there, down to there, kind of swivel all around. We've got rotation at the shoulder that they then hinge out to there. Then we've got rotation at the elbow that can hinge back and forth. We've got rotation at the wrist, and again, they hinge. This one's really tight, though. We'll try and do this one. Yeah, they're both really tight. There we go. So they do hinge in and out. The torso articulation is really nice. We've got a crunch that can go forward and back, and then rotation all around there. We've got hips that can hinge just a little bit back and just a little bit forward. Not a ton of movement there, but it has to do with the design of the character. And they do hinge out to there. There's no rotation here. It seems like this would have been a good place for a swivel joint. There's not one there. We do have single jointed knees. They're kind of tight. They're ratcheting. There's no swivel here either, and that's a big problem. No swivel at this line here where the boot meets the leg. We do have a hinge ankle, but no pivot ankle. So that leaves you with some problems when it comes to balancing and standing Etrigan. His feet, as you can see, when you want to go out with him, they kind of kick up because the feet are meant to sit flat when he's standing like that. Very tight-legged stance to match sort of an animation shot. But as we saw on this stand, you see how wide the stance is on Demon? You can't really do that on him. When you get out wide and you start to like bend the legs and stuff, those feet just will not sit flat. So if you wanted to do Demon like hunched over with his wide-legged stance, it's like his feet won't lay flat on the ground, and that's a big bummer. I was kind of getting it to the point where I got it to this width and had him standing, but as you can see, those feet look really goofy. So I don't know why they did that. I don't know why there's no articulation, no swivel joint here, no pivot on the hinge. I don't get that. So you're basically stuck with having him really straight-legged stance or having him on the stand all the time. So I'm just going to have him on the stand all the time. That's a bit of a bummer. I wish that articulation was better on his feet because that's kind of a real breaking point for where the figure is for posing. You're really limited at that point. Here's the previous, or another Demon figure for you to look at. It's kind of down below, so you can't really see him that well. This is the only previous animated style Demon Etrigan. There was not one released in the New Batman Adventures. There was one released in Justice League Unlimited. So, not a great comparison because he's covered by the Justice League logo. Okay, final thoughts on this pack. It still is cheap. It's only like 40 or 50 bucks when you find it online. And at that price, it's good. It's good pickup because most of the stuff in this line is getting very expensive. So for a 2-pack to get only 40 bucks, still pretty great. I do have gripes about Demon, and that's a bummer because he's the one I wanted most out of this pack. Klarion was just kind of a bonus, but I really wanted a great animated Demon. And the sort of off-model look of the face and the bummer of articulation in the ankles really hold this one back for me. It's still a cool pack and well worth it at 40 bucks. But once this starts to be an expensive pack, like 100 bucks or so, those gripes would really get to me. Like I wouldn't be comfortable paying a whole lot for the pack with those things in mind. All right, that about wraps this one up. I think after this, it's New Batman Adventures. No, wait, it's Batman. Yeah, it's New Batman Adventures Harley. If you enjoy the videos, please like, subscribe, notify. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.